Bakes, tough loss last week. How have the boys been this week?
Really good, putting everything into perspective. Obviously we're devastated about Will's situation, so the first thing was to support him, and which we've done, and then once we put that in place, then obviously it's get on with this week, which the boys have been really good. Obviously we felt we were in a very strong position last week at that point when Will got sent off, so we want to continue that form, and obviously continue to improve.
As a coaching staff, down to 14 men, it was one of those performances where, despite the result, everyone came away really happy with the effort and the bravery of the group. Has that been something that's been discussed this week, or is that just something we expect?
Look, I think that the culture of the team is paramount to us improving, and I firmly believe that they showed a lot of character and culture last week, and that is part of moving forward. So, look, we obviously want to take that sort of energy into this week. Obviously, we don't want to spend half the game with 14 players, so we've got to ensure that we do everything we can to abide by the rules or the interpretations of the rules by the officials. So this week is obviously a massive game for us because obviously last season Worcester came up here and beat us, and we had a tough game down at their place, so everyone's expecting a really tough game tomorrow, and obviously that'll start up front with the forwards. So we learned a lot from last week, and first for me to have a caller sent off in 25 years of coaching, so hopefully I'll learn from that moving forward as well.
How much does that change on the pitch? How much does that change the dynamic out there when you do lose your primary caller?
Look, it's an interesting situation because obviously the other lock was Mikey Williams, and Mikey Williams is not a caller, and that's no disrespect to him, he's just not a caller. So Mikey took on the responsibility of doing that, and he did that with really good intent. So as I said, it's a situation that is very unique. We were lucky that Mikey was playing so well. Unfortunately, at that point we had 100% line out, and then we had some issues after that point. So look, you just got to learn from it and move on. And as I said, Mikey did a great job in the sense of taking up the responsibility and doing his best. So as a forward pack, we learn a lot from it, and I also learn as a 25-year coach. I actually learned a bit for the not for once, but for that game specifically, so it's helped me moving forward as well.
You talk about that forward pack, there's been a lot of talk about how much more front football the backs are getting this year. Yeah. Obviously the boys outside and out wide get all the plaudits and the photos taken of them. How impressed have you been with the hard work up front?
Oh look, I think as I said before, it's coming together well, and there's a lot of little things that people don't see that sort of add up. Obviously, our style of attack has changed in the last couple of weeks, and it's probably a little bit more direct than it was, and that's no criticism of the attack before. It's more about just the running lines are slightly different for the forwards, and obviously if we're running straighter, that allows us to get more metres with the ball in hand, which allows a better clean out, which allows quicker ball, and then consequently you're more likely to get to space. So I think in the last couple of weeks we've seen that with the tries we've been scoring. So obviously teams will adjust to our adjustment as well, and we've got to expect that over the next couple of weeks. So I'm pretty sure that Worcester will come here with a very aggressive defensive mentality.
Graham Kitchener comes into the side. It's as good a timing as any for a bloke to return from injury to come in, an experienced line-out jumper, caller, and a premiership winner with the club. How valuable is he? Yeah,
extremely valuable. He's very intelligent man, very intelligent caller, and he's an intricate part of this forward pack, an intricate part of what we're doing as a pack, as a team, and culturally he's really good to have around. So very happy to have Kitch back, and look, he won't play the whole game. Obviously he's come back from a hip operation, and we've got to look after him, so we'll just see how he goes after half time.
You've obviously, as you said, you've coached rugby for a long time now across a lot of the rugby world. This place is a special place when it comes to the crowd's impact it can have on a game. How important is that 16th man this weekend?
I think, look, I don't think you can ever underestimate it. And you know, I remember when I walked out on my first captain's run here last season, and you just sort of realise when you're on the other side of the fence, you know, how special it is to be on the right side of the Welford Road history and character, and the spectators and what they bring. So it's massive for us as a group. You know, they bring a positive energy, and we'll do our best to play a positive style of football to encourage them to keep coming and backing up each week. But yeah, it's hard to sort of name many more special rugby specific pitches in the world than Welford Road. So no, really special, and the boys never underestimate the importance of having the Welford Road supporters on our side.
Thanks, mate.